Welcome back to a brand new video and happy new year. I hope you've had a lovely new year and you're now ready to get your game in order for the 2023 season. It starts now. You know what is nice as well? We're back out on the golf course. I feel we've not been out here for a very long time. So we're talking about shoulders, we're talking about hips, and honestly, you should never ever turn your hips and your shoulders at the same time. You'll lose power, you'll lose control, and you'll sometimes get that spin out of it sort of shot. I know some of you think that it might be, and I know sometimes you might see some YouTube videos where you say, start with your shoulders, start with your hips. But anyway, this is all you need to know. Right, so come on, let's get into this. I've got 2 alignment sticks, you don't need them. This is just to help you understand. So, what I want you to avoid at all costs is if you think the 2 lines I've got here, one through my belt line and one through sort of my shoulders as I've got it here, is as we start down, moving them at the same time. This sort of look. Now, as you spin around and go behind me, you can see where that club would be sort of be thrown out. If you imagine I had a club in my hand here, and both moving at the same time, this is what we really want to avoid. What we want to do to give you that power, or actually give you that feeling of that smooth downswing, where it just, feels like it comes into the slot, is simply the yellow to move before the blue. A little bit like this. So let's hit one away now. How I feel this, and this is going to come, I guess, make real sense as we go through this video, is I feel my left pocket is pulled first. Remember that, that's going to be a really big point as we move through this video. So let's get a shot tracer on this. This is actually my first shot, my first drive of 2023, which sounds weird to say, and also my first shot in a long time because I've had my honeymoon, I had the wedding. By the way, thank you for all the lovely comments. So I'm not expecting big things here, but let's see how far this one goes. So here we go. Tell you what, I will take that for the first drive of 2023. So as I said, I feel as though my left hip starts my downswing. Now this is the best analogy you could ever have. And I'm gonna say again, you don't need this is just to help you picture it. So I want you to imagine this band, every time you hit a shot, is stuck between your left pocket and your right shoulder. So if you move your upper and your lower at the same time, look how all this slack stays on this. It's all really loose. So you gotta think, right? If that's loose, that's not very powerful, is it, if it's loose like this? That tension, poof, we can then explode that into the golf ball. So what I want you to imagine is, every time you start your downswing, we're trying to get as much tension on this sort of mythical feeling or analogy of the band as possible. So you look at that there, whereas, same time, no tension. So as simple as this is, I think this is the best way for you to think about it. We want to add tension to the band, so create this biggest stretch as possible from the upper to the lower, because that's going to create power. And all you've got to think about is, this starts before that. Because you can't think about too much on the golf course, but that band analogy, I think, really just sinks in nicely. Now guys, this is just a reminder that 2023, I'm here to help you play your best golf. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. We've got tips 5 times a week that are 5 minutes in length and they're powered by you, the viewer. Here is today's question, all about how you start the downswing. Popular one, I know, and this is a great one that I use all the time. So nice and simple. As you're looking down at the ground now, sort of from the player cam, you can see your feet. All I want you to imagine is that band's running here and you're trying to feel as though that stretch at this point of the swing gets as big as possible. Okay, right, let's hit another one away here. What a day, by the way, what a day. Tell you what, my rhythm in 2023, let's hope I can continue to do that. And as I get that feeling of the lower half starting, I'm not even thinking about the arms, the club or whatever. It's just that stretch. If you came for a lesson with me, I would literally be there giving you the feeling, not hitting a shot, but pulling that pocket to really get you feel as though you're driving that lower half. And that's creating the tension on the band you want to get, you want to feel. So nice and simply, that feeling there, just pulling that left pocket As you look down here, you can really almost picture this line gonna move this way. So your hip line's gonna move this way before your shoulder line moves with it. It's as simple as that. And on the golf course, just simply think about creating that tension. Thank you so much for watching. I know this is gonna be a brilliant one for you to help you start your downswing.